Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to our viewers. It's race 3 of 16 in the Breakaway Tier 2 season. We are live in Abu Dhabi tonight. Remember, it's Tier 2. New faces, of course. We noticing Sanhashira has managed to join us today, so can't wait to see what he pulls out. Remember, 18 minutes short quali, and it's a 50% race. So let us go. Some of us are a little cheddar, but we'll see how long we can last. Hopefully it does not affect or have an effect rather have an effect to the picture quality on your end, guys. So just let me know. But for now, we are live as we kick off a quali. Let's jump straight into it. Fancy, who's won 2 out of 2? Will he be able to make it a 3 out of 2? I mean 3 out of 3 rather. Can't wait to see how things pan out. Sanhashira has joined us. A man with raw pace. Well, he managed to fight his way up to the podium in his debut race in Tier 2. Well, it's not really his debut race, but rather his first race of the season. We can't wait to see. Let's go. Sanhashira is back, says still busy. Well, we'll see how things pan out for him. Brahmanre has opted to start on the mediums. No car thus far out on track. Already a minute gone, so we'll have to just wait and see if the drivers are just timing themselves up perfectly. Currently 10 drivers. We're hoping, of course, with some of our drivers with their lights coming back, that they can join, and we hope that they'll be able to join in time. 16 minutes to go, so they still do have some time. Ferrari is about to head out. First Ferrari, is that of Sanhashira or is that of Debo? Looks like it's of Debo. Brahman right in front of him. He's opted to go out on the soft compound, and Manrizi has opted to go out on medium compound. The man who's already posted his time on the socials, that is Twitter, of what he'll be up to today. So let's just jump on board and see what he does. Apparently he bottled the last race, did Manray. Set the pace during quali. Started the race off very well, but lost his car. He will want none of that today. He wants to make sure that it does not lose his car and keep the car on track. Fancy currently also out on the medium compound tire. Has done 2 out of 2. Will he make it 3 out of 3? Let me know in the comments if you will, or we'll be witnessing a new winner today. Let us go. It's race 3 of 16, Tier 2, Abu Dhabi. Well, we're going to jump on board with Manrizi, of course, being the first one out on the medium compound tire. We'll see how he does it. As he takes his last turn, he's going to be sending it down straight as that time begins. Starting on the medium compound tire, him, Ludi, Fancy have opted to start on the medium compound. I'm assuming they just want to feel the track, of course. Bit of proposing there, I'm assuming it's network. Ooh. Bit of oversteer there, manages to keep the car on track, of course. Being the first man on track, he will post a purple tire. Gear 3 there, sending it to that straight. PRS is activated, representing Alpine, of course. Teammate is missing in action. But we hope he'll be holding it down for the Alpine team, down to Gear 2. Short shift up to Gear 5. DRS is activated for Mendre. Straight, down the straight. 86er has joined us. Fencer will be happy about that. as they plan to pull another pairing. Tag team there for the Haas team. Sending it down sector 3, short shift down to gear 4. Well, Man Ray will send it down to gear 3. Change up to gear 4. Takes the last bend, will he shift up to gear 5, opts not to. Sends it the last 2 turns off the lap. Sends it up to gear 7, short shift down to gear 3. Last straight, and he will post a 126 flat. So will that be a competitive time? We'll have to wait and see. Debo sends it down 127.1. He will not be happy about that time. Note here, of course, that he's on the soft compound tire. Ludi takes it up to P2 with their 126.7. Let's jump on board with context. Zafa, who's opted to start on the soft compound tire, short shift down to gear 3, and he will send it down. Oh, he is beginning his lap, ladies and gentlemen. Titus with a 126.7. So, from Henry's time is the time to beat. Ooh, as context almost loses his car. He'll be happy that he managed to hold it down rather than send it against the wall. So Man Ray's time is the time to beat, as a context says purple first sector. DRS now activated from the Mercedes driver W13. Been struggling this season. New man on the wheel, of course, is context. He will learn very soon that excuse goes out the window when these oaks start beating you. Some of us learned the hard way, so we want to improve as soon as possible. Let's see how sector 2 is. 55.8. Takes that bend nice and clean. Holding it down is context Zafa, short shift down to gear 3. Short shift down to gear 4. Sending it around. Oh, and he loses his car. Well, it's going to be a very competitive lap if we're comparing it with the times the drivers were posting. Oh, fancy. I hope that was his outlap. Debo Croc has retired, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a first driver that has retired as we jump on board with Fancy. I'm assuming he was disturbed there a bit by Debo. He's going to send it around the second time. Or is he going to the pits? Oh, what the hell is going on? Fancy posts a 125.2 on the medium compound. I think it's a couple of glitches there we are witnessing from Fancy. Is he still on track? He just posted a 125.2, but I'm not able to see his car on track. He's in the pits. What is going on? Someone help me out here. Debo crashed in the pit lane, says Go Busy. Unfortunately, we didn't manage to see that. Brown Man Ray will send his car into the pits. Let's jump on board with the McLaren of I Am Lippo. Someone who, as I phrase from what Manda said, got promoted into tier via the back door. Will he be proving him wrong today? Let's have to wait and see. Stanza joins us as well. Happy to see that. I hope 86 will be able to join us as well, because he did join, but left the session again. Oh, purple sector for I Am Lippo with it around the 54 seconds. He's sending it. Representing McLaren. Will he manage? Ooh, bit off the throttle there. I don't know if that's going to cost him a bit of time. We jump on board. 86 is back. I'm for sending it around on gear 3. Ooh, off the throttle a bit there. I think that will cost him a bit of time. Let us go. Takes the car down the straight. Well, the time beat, it's a 127.2. Improves on his time, but that will only put him onto P6. Let's jump on board with Hashira. Man, back on form. Post a 125.2. Welcome back, Hashira. That's the time to beat. Thus far. Fence will be licking his lips, of course, as he is not far off. And remember, Fence posted his time on the medium compound tire. So, is it gonna be a Hashira versus Fancy Day? Can't wait to see the race. We've got less than 9 minutes to go, ladies and gentlemen. That's race 3 of Tier 2, and we are live in Abu Dhabi. Let's jump on board with Titus. My man, former Tier 1 champion. We'll definitely have something to say about today's race. I know, having raced with him a couple of times, Abu Dhabi is one of his faves. Not sure if the change on track has jeopardized him a bit, but let's make this the audio lap, ladies and gentlemen. Oh! I swear I saw a couple of mistakes there by Titus. Just shows you the pace that he has as he posts. A 124.3 maybe would have entered the 123s because did make a couple of mistakes. So that is the time to beat, ladies and gentlemen. With about 6 minutes to go. Titus has posted a 124.3 and finds himself in pole position. Will he be sending it out again? I think he will be. Definitely will be. Let's jump on board with Stags, a man who's just joined us. And now, he'll thank the ESCOM gods that they've been able to allow him to race. We've just lost Fancy. Again, what's happening with the Hash drivers? Bit of connection issues there as we jump on board with Stags, another man. That is, we've seen serious improvement. There's traffic in front. Oh my goodness. Who was that? It was the Alpine of Man Ray. Cesar will not be happy about that. Of course, noting that it was on fresh, soft compound tires. Well, he's now going to have to send it with tires that are a bit worn out, or is he going to send it into the pit? Kid K has been disqualified. What is going on? Going in the wrong direction. Drama already, ladies and gentlemen, with 5 minutes to go. He will start at the back of the grid. Who else is on track, ladies and gentlemen? Let's jump on board with Ludi. Representing the Williams. DRS is activated. Okay, he's on his out lap for now. Let's just jump on board with Hashira on his out lap as well. Who is right behind him? I think that will be Man Ray on the soft compound tire as he moves out the way. Still hasn't improved on his time. Tracer says he can't join lobby. Apologies, guys. I think he was repoising a bit. Let me see if I can send him an invite once again. Fresh invite has been sent out, so I hope he'll be able to join a lobby now. With 4 minutes to go, Man Ray's ERS is on 33%. Is he going to send it on 33%? No, he opts to enter the pits. Let's jump on board with Hashira. time to beat is a 124.3. Representing Ferrar goes wide. Does he invalidate? Ooh, very fortunate for him not to invalidate there. It was right on the limits. Yeah, purple sector improves by almost 3/10, 2.5 to be precise. Goes centered on the straight. DRS will be activated. Yep, Tapiso telling Fencer to just reboot his console and see if it can join again. While we have 3 minutes, yeah, we'll have to do it as soon as possible, so that he can at least start the race. Got less than 3 minutes to go. Shearer's definitely sending it for the last time. Ooh, off his time. Sector 2, not better than the time that is posted, but he will have Sector 3 to play with. Ooh, he slows down. Does Sana Shearer? I think he'll probably be sending it again. Let's jump on board with Spizo. 5/10 off his time. Goes wide and invalidates and sends it into the pitch. Will he have enough time though to send it again? Currently finds himself in a P10. Ooh, he'll not be happy about that. Let's jump on board with Luri, who is sending it again. Oh, this man has shouted his ERS. We'll be hoping the gods are with him to improve. Spegza has retired. Spegza, I hope he did not retire on track. Because, I mean, hey, his car is on track. Look at Ludi, guys. He's trying to cheat the track and send it again, does he? He didn't have enough time, though. Hey, man, Abu Dhabi, you don't just cut, Chief. You're gonna damage your car. Definitely damage your car. Let's jump on board with Zafar. I'm assuming he's gonna be sending it again. We've got 1.5 minutes to go. His ERS is a nice and full. Let's jump on board with him. I am Lip has opted to retire in the pits. I think he's Fego for 8. Oh. Context loses it. I think too eager there to ride that curb. I think he'll just have to settle for P6. Let's jump on board with the hacks of 86 that goes off track. Is it his outlap or is he sending it? So I think he's now fighting with getting to the race line on time. What time do we have? We've got 40 seconds. I think that will be sufficient time. Currently hasn't posted a time, but he'll have a time to send it. Is the has a teammate's offensive. We will jump on board with him. Let's go. Listen, the apex there. A bit too wide, of course. Off the throttle a bit. On the throttle will ride the curve that took out Zafar. But he is holding it down on that analog. Goes down there too. Does 86. So, as they said, 124.3 is the time to beat. As things look, it doesn't seem like anyone is gonna get to Titus's time of 124.3. 86er is fighting, of course, on the lower gears. One thing about our fellas on the DualShock, they will definitely utilize those low gears. That's definitely for sure. 54.7 competitive. Not sure if it's purple though, or if that's a glitch on the game. Is he full throttling it on this turn? Short shift down, gear 3. Can't take it to gear 4. Chooses to go to gear 2 as well. He is not utilizing the full track of 86. He's just sending it. Is he going to move on to gear 7? No, he opts not to. Ooh. Takes it on gear 3. What will his time be? 1:26. Let us go. Shout out Offensive. He's been able to join us again on the lobby. But will have some ground to make if he wants to make it 3 out of 3. His teammate as well is off the pace. Titus with the time to beat of a 124.3. Bram Henry managed to enter the 124s as well with the 124.8. Sana Shira, welcome back. Finds himself in P3. Fancy, unfortunately, his time on the medium compound could only settle for P4. One wonders what his time would have been if he was able to set his time on the soft compound. Let us wait for the race that will happen in 20 seconds. It's a race 3 in Abu Dhabi for our tier 2 fellas. Let's go. As we wait for our players to get those setups ready, we'll jump on board. One wonders how many drivers we have on the grid. Remember, some of our drivers are load shed, of course, affected by Ash Agam. Let's go. A tier 2 says I'm here. Live on the chat. Shout out, ladies and gentlemen. Let the fans know we are live. Breakaway. Tier 2. Tier 3 will be joining us in about 30 minutes. And we've got our Tier 1 race tomorrow in Abu Dhabi. Let's go. So, as we normally do, we'll have a quick view of the tire selections. Sana Shears opted to start with the hard compound tire, as has a fancy. Titus has opted on for the medium, as is fellow mate Man Ray. Only 6 drivers that have opted to start on the hard compound tire. That is Sana Shear, Fancy, Ludi T, the 86er, Debo Croc, and of course Spy, starting in P11. Well, where will the safety car benefit the harder runners or the medium runners? We'll have to wait and see. Are we going to be getting any safety cars? This hoisting, of course. I don't know if it's from my side, but things seem to be healthy on my end. Let us know in the comments. Kid K find himself in P12, so it's P1 and P12 for the Tauri drivers. Man Ray is running this one alone for the Alpine. Sanashir finds himself in a P3 and his teammate in P9. Fancy P4 and his teammate in P8. Stegza finds himself in P5. Context 6, Ludi 7. And then I am Lippo rounds off the points position. Let us go. Of course, the drivers will need to make sure that those temperatures are high up, so that they can have a solid start. First corner, gents, as our breakaways fellows would say. Well, they do have some sort of a runner to the first corner. One just hopes that it will be clean for all of them. 29 laps in Abu Dhabi. Let's get this show running. Ludi, Titus, Man Ray, Stegzer, and the 86er have not been able to make sure they park those cars correctly. Spy, another one who's messed up the start. Turn one carnage. Loading, says Proposa. 3, 4, 5. I'm assuming that's 3, 4, 5 on my side. Normally waits maybe for 2 seconds, and we are off, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh, looks like Stegzer missed it a bit there. Titus with the good start. Sana Shira jumps up into P2, ladies and gentlemen. What a good start from the hot compound tire. Fancy finds himself in P4, it's on the curb, and Context is putting the pressure on him. Will he be sending it on the inside line, or will he opt to, ooh, there's contact, is there contact? Ooh, looked like there was contact there, and Spy says thank you very much on the inside. Ladies and gentlemen, these men are side by side. Has he managed to take that position from him? Ooh, the cars are all over the show. Spyzo has made up 4 positions. Stegzer has dropped out 3. I Am Lipo has made up 1, but side by side with Ludi. Are they side by side, or is there a bit of appointment? Well, as they stand, Titus already 1.9 seconds ahead, followed by San Hashiro, of course. Fancy on the hot compound tire is under pressure from this man, Menre, and we know, of course, Menre definitely has the pace. 86er has made up 3 positions and finds himself in P5. Spy is now sitting in P6. Probably the biggest, well, the highest mover as things stand, has made up 5 positions. Is a Spy, and remember, he's running on the hard compound tire. Amazing start there. No carnage as of yet. Shout out to the tier 2 drivers, as the field seems to be getting, oh, Stegzer puts the pressure on there. Spyzo, he's on the medium compound, of course. No carnage as of yet. A couple of yellow flags already. What has happened now? Debo Krug has a spun, and he finds himself in P12 now. Oh, he'll be kicking himself for that. I'm assuming he was sending it with these tires not warm enough. KK is putting the pressure on Ludi on the medium compound tire, of course. Let's have a look at the tire compound now. Ooh, overshoots it a bit there. It will cost himself a bit of time. Well, Ludi opts to ride the curb. KK has a better exit. Slipstream, KK, what's wrong with you? Go behind that car, man, for you to gain some ground. But of course, KK opts not to. The gap now between P1 and P2 is now 3.4 seconds, as Stegzer has lost his car. Hey, he has dropped down to P11, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness. Drama already. Oh, we've got a safety car. Is that a safety car? It's a virtual safety car, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, first safety car we've seen. Fortunately, it's none other but the virtual. So drivers have to mind their speed under the yellow flags. Otherwise, they will be slapped with the drive-through penalty. Titus finds himself in P1. Sanashira on the hot compound tire. Context has been slapped with a 5-second penalty, of course, speeding in the pit lane. Fancy finds himself in P3. No drive-through penalties, I must say. And Fancy has capitalized and said, well, let's get in within the GRS of this man, Sanashira, in front of me. Lap 3 of 29, no casualties thus far. But a couple of drivers have opted to pit. 86er, Context, and Stegzer, I'm assuming with broken wings, have opted to pit. 86er has now gone on the medium compound tire. Context as well. Stegzer is now on the hard compound tire. I'm assuming these drivers will definitely be pitting again, as Fancy is now putting the pressure on Hashira. Now, obviously the man to catch right now is Titus, who has opened the gap of almost 4 seconds. But remember, he's got the tire advantage, having started on the medium compound tire. Duke is asking if contact was in the pit lane. Yes, and he was slapped with a 5-second penalty. That's the only penalty we have thus far in this race. Fancy fighting for his life, trying to... Titus has retired, ladies and gentlemen! What? Our race leader has DNF'd. The season goes from bad to worse for this gentleman. Oh, Titus, what have you done? No safety car, but Titus has retired from leading the race to a DNF. Drama, ladies and gentlemen, drama. Now, the battle between San Hashira and Fancy will definitely intensify. San Hashira is definitely sending it, opening the gap. His ERS is on 36%. How bad news there for Titus, not having a best of starts in the season. Fancy looks like he's managing his ERS, but he will definitely need to use it as soon as possible, as San Hashira is definitely sending it, as we have a beautiful helicopter view. The gap between these two is 1.6 seconds. Let's jump on board with Kid K as this battle continues. Kid K will definitely need to get a move on the medium compound tire. As remember, for as long as these tires go for Ludi, he'll be the happier of the two. In fact, Ludi is now closing the gap to Lippo, who finds himself in P4. Has Titus thrown the race away, ladies and gentlemen, from leading to a DNF. Ooh, Ludi with the better exit there. He must mind who he's driving against. He's trying to send it on the inside. Ooh. Well, at least he'll have that option of DRS. Does he utilize his ERS? Wow, he chose very late to activate it, as Lippo has opened the gap. Let's jump on board to see Lippo's ERS consumption, currently at 38%, so managing it a bit well, but he'll be under pressure by this man. Ooh, Lippo's corner exits are crazy, definitely crazy as they stand. And P5 of course, but the field seems to be spread out, except for this man, Kid K, who seems to be closing the gap and then misses his apexes. I think his corner exits are the things that are costing him some serious time. The gap now back to 1.3 seconds. A bit of proportion, of course, that we see in context. The second driver to retire. What is going on? Sector 1 yellow flags. Are we going to be getting sick? I think he might have injured himself exiting the pits. What is... Yo, this pit exit, guys. Yo, namai. What is going on? Did he break away and retire? Because it looks like his car was moving. Or did he just get lazy to go around again and pit again? Or he was just not happy with the amount of pits that he had done. Let's have a look. Oh yes, he had done 2 stops. I'm assuming that he might have broken his wing again, exiting the pit. Yep, definitely bad news for the W13 of context, Zafa. Second driver to retire, of course. The gap gradually opening between San Hashira and Fancy. Oh, Fancy has got some work to do. San Hashira is definitely not making it easy for him. Ooh, as he has a bit of an incident there, but manages to hold it down. Beautiful helicopter view in Abu Dhabi. The gap now closing in at 2 seconds. Sanashiro says, fastest lap. Let's go, Fancy. We are definitely not going to make this one easy for you. We're going to be fighting with you throughout the season. Definitely, as Sanashiro, of course, this is his first race of the season. After missing the first 2 races, I'm assuming because of load shedding. Fancy has got some work to do against this man. Man Ray finds himself in P3. On the medium compound tire, no safety cars as of yet. Clean race thus far by these gentlemen in tier 2. It's lap 7 of 29. Lodi finally makes the move as 86th. Post the fastest lap as Strexa says, well, I'm going to take that from you. Lippo's putting the pressure. This battle has been ongoing as there's a bit of context. I am Lippo is on the inside. Takes it nice and clean. Ludi thinks twice about going side by side on that chicane. And Lippo says, let us go. I'm taking this fight to you, sir. Saves on the hard compound tire, set fastest lap. But of course, those gentlemen have a bit of catching up to do, having a pit earlier on, I'm assuming, for broken wings. Ludi will be hoping that I Am Lippo's tires will burn out as soon as possible, as of course this man is not making it easy for him. Better exit there for Ludi as he cuts that gap by 2/10, and we'll have another go. Let us go. It's the McLaren versus the Williams. It's the British battle there. Oh, look at Ludi's exit out of that corner. Lippo will defend. Is Ludi going to send it on the inside? Does he? Oh, he sends it wide. Side by side. Who's going to get the DRS? Ah, Lippo will get the DRS. Did Ludi call that too soon? I think he might just have. As Lippo's got that DRS, he will take that position back from him and go on the inside. They are side by side once again. Who will get the better exit? Ooh, side by side. Who gets the DRS this time around? Will it be Lippo again? Or was Lippo ahead this time? I think Ludi. No one gets. Oh, it's Lippo. How slipstream, gentlemen. What's going on? Oh, Daddy's trust the straight line speed. They are side by side again. Ludi says, oh, I'm going to take the inside light this time around. Ooh, Lippo will be kicking himself because he had a bit of slipstream there, but chose not to. But Ludi will be thankful that he's in the lead this time around, and he'll have a chance to open the gap. What a battle by these two gentlemen. Let us go. It's tier 2. Kid K is closing in on these two, a bit far off, but certainly closing in. These gentlemen obviously run. Oh, he's out of ERS. He's definitely utilized most of that. Goes a bit off track there. No penalties thus far as things stand. Porpoising, bit of porpoising there from the AlphaTauri. Well, he'll be hoping that he gets the points today for his team. Of course, with Titus crashing out from leading this race. Let's jump on board back with the race leader. Spoke too soon, of course. As Debo has said, no, Zotal, I'll be the first driver to get myself a penalty. 3 seconds, I'm assuming, for track limits. And he finds himself at the back of the grid. Fenza is slowly but eventually closing that gap. I think it might be a case of the tire temperatures now playing a part. Is it a case of Sanashiro cooking those hard compound tires too soon? Well, we'll wait and see, but Fenza is gradually closing the gap. It's now 1.4 seconds. A couple of laps ago, it was closing on 2 seconds. Men Ray slowly falling off the pecking order. I think it's will be definitely time for the medium compound tire to pit any time now. Pit window open, as the pit crew normally say during the race. Well, One wonders when the medium runners will be pitting. So far, no safety cars. Will petrol or the amount of fuel that these drivers have opted to use play a part? Or are we still going to see a safety car? Well, people will be praying for one. Spags as well. Same as this man, 86er, will be definitely praying for one to have a chance to pit and close that 15-second gap from pit cage. He's sending it nice and clean so far. No incidents. I hope there won't be a lot of work to do for the stewards. So far, so good. Good racing from these gentlemen. The gap is now to 1.3 seconds. I'm not sure he's maintaining it though, I must say. But fans will be saying, let us... Oh, was that a mistake or was it a bit of a proportion? We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Fences ERS on 46%. Hashir also managing it relatively nicely on 35%. So far, so good. Well, no action so far. I think we'll just keep our eyes on these two front runners. The gaps are relatively spread out as things stand. Which compound will be at an advantage? Just lap 11 of 29. We've got about say 18 and a bit laps to go. Let's go. ERS activated for Fencer. He definitely wants to close that gap to Sanashira, but Hashira is still out of the GRS zone. He wants to obviously keep it there, of course, but fans will definitely have something to say about. It's the battle between the 3 out of 3 and the debut winners, of course. The gap now within, bit of a portion there from Hashira. Apologies to our viewers, of course. A bit of network glitches we will be seeing here from some of our drivers as they begin a lap 12 of 29. Ooh, snap. Dual shock is low this side of town, ladies and gentlemen, so we definitely have to make sure that we charge it so that I do not lose you guys on our live viewing. I must say Sanashira is managing that gap quite well. He has opened it again. We're now looking at 1.4 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. Who's going to undercut? Who's going to overcut the other? Will Fencer choose to pit earlier than Hashira? Well, it's going to go down to those games, of course, but Hashira is holding it down in the Ferrari. Has led from this, well, hasn't really led, but of course with Titus DNFing, he said, thank you very much, I will take that P1 position and will be the man to catch. It's quite close between these two, I must say. As Sector 1, I think at the end of Sector 3 and Sector 1, Fencer closed the gap, but when it comes to the straight line speed, Sanashira says, let's go. Obviously, he will need to cut going over the curves there for track limits. Last thing he wants right now is a 3-second penalty. Noting how tight the times are. Man Ray is now rounding, basically has dropped to 6.5 seconds. Is it now time for the medium runners to pit? Of course, 86 are having had to pit earlier. We'll send it for a couple more laps. Man Ray is dropping down at a rapid pace. Now the gap is 6.8 to Fancy. The quicker compound, it's pretty clear that it's the hard compound now. So Man Ray must just pit as soon as possible and make sure that he can at least have some time to cook the hard compound tire that he'll be pitting for. It's lap 13 of 29. Let's go. And as I had said it, Man Ray has opted to enter the pits. Look how slow he is. Drivers, of course, get on the 5-second penalty. I think he's losing a bit of time, though. Serious time with his entry. A bit of training there for some of our drivers on how to enter the pit so that it does not cost them time. Spizo says thank you very much and moves up into P3. Let's have a look at the ground that he's made. He's made out 8 positions as things stand. He will be the game's driver of the day, but I will just shut up, of course, because whenever I choose to speak or spy, he just crashes out. As Stegza has lost his wing. Oh my goodness, yellow flags for him. And it's unfortunate that he's lost his wing just out the pass of the pit, so he'll have to drive the whole lap around with a naked car. Unfortunate there for Stegza. At least he's still in and does not DNF. Currently finding himself in P7. He'll at least have some time to catch up. Let's go back live with Fancy. Almost within DRS, of course. But he hasn't seemed to enter that DRS zone, as whenever he thinks he's within, Sanashua says, no sir, I will not let you get into the DRS zone. Naked insurance, says Ty. Definitely is for Stegza, as he has to pit again, I'm assuming. Pit for the medium compound tire. These gentlemen have all with their DRS. Will he get the detection? Is Fancy? Yes, he does. Oh, finally, Fancy has managed to be within DRS, and now we will see how this battle intensifies as he closes the gap with the DRS. Let's jump aboard with Hashira and see his ERS currently at 21%. So, is Fancy gonna finally take this position for him? He has been patiently waiting for that DRS zone. He finally gets it, and the gap now is less than half a second. He's closing in. He's closing in. It's the battle between 3 out of 3 and a debut Tier 2 race win for Sanashira. Oh, look how close these gentlemen are. Within 3/10 now. Who's gonna undercut the other? Action packed. We are seeing a bit of action now. Fancy remains in the DRS. Will he be sending it this time around? Let's go. Sanashira is saying, I'm gonna be fighting this till the end. Opens the gap to 6/10 now. It is. Who gets a better exit? Looks like Fancy does. Does he close the gap? It's 7/10 now. DRS is activated. Oh, 86 is retired. This will definitely bring out the safety car. Yes, it does. Drama, ladies and gentlemen. Has 86er cost his teammates of an overtake? Well, it's not bad news, as I'm assuming all these drivers now will be pitting, but Fancy had a big chance of making the overtake, but 86er says, I am so sorry, teammates, but I'm on a DNF. Oh, bad news there for Fancy, but now it will definitely be a race to the line. Let's go, Tier 2. Sanashira under yellow flags has said, well, why don't we make this a bit more interesting? He's decided to get a 3-second penalty, and he will certainly be kicking himself for that. Oh, San Hashira, why would you be doing that? As both drivers enter the pit, I'm assuming both of them, of course, will go on the medium compound tire. San Hashira. Oh no, the pit crew! Was Debo in the pit? He is! San Hashira has lost a bit of time, and I think Fence will come out in front of him. Drama, I think Debo was in the pits. And the Ferrari pit crew were not swift enough to basically go double there. Fence now has come out in front. San Hashira, not only does he get a 3-second penalty, but his teammate has cost him. Well, it would be unfair to say his teammate cost him, but yeah, the pit was not quick enough. Bramenre has come out on the hard compound tire in lap 17 or 29. Manray might have stretched those hard compound tires, but he'll be thankful for the safety car. Because, of course, now he'll at least be close within P1. Spy, though, who has made up so many positions, 7 positions, finds himself in P4. He's on the medium compound tire. Again, ladies and gentlemen, I will shut up and leave it at that with Spy. I will not say anything else. Ludi finds himself in P5. I am Lippo, exiting the pit. Kindly finds himself in P6. Kid K will obviously minding the delta. Of course, I think Lippo will definitely come out in front of him. Or will he? Or will Kid K have something to say about it? I think Lippo will say thank you very much. Guys, Kid K. Ooh, unfortunately, he does not. So Lippo will maintain P6. Stegza will be grateful, of course, for that safety car, as now he can at least fight on relatively new medium compound tires. I'm assuming all these drivers will be taking these tires to the end. Debo finds himself in P9. Obviously, we'll know nothing of what has transpired there for Ferrari, but fortunately for him, it's cost his teammates a bit of time. But of course, knowing San Hashira, he will fight this one till the end. It's a race 3, ladies and gentlemen. The first safety car out for tier 2. Let's go. I think one man, I must say, well, rather let me just, based on the tire, who's at a disadvantage is this man, Manray. He sent his medium compound tires for quite some time on track, and it's basically him against the world, as he is the only driver that's on the hard compound tire. Well, will race a pace, play a part from his end. We know, of course, that this man behind him spying have no time to play. He'll be sending it, having made those many positions. Ludi as well, I think, on the medium compound tire. We'll say, let us go, sir. Let us definitely go. So we'll have to wait and see how San Hashira. What has San Hashira done now? Been slapped with another 5-second penalty. You're like, what is Hashira doing? He is now sitting on 8 seconds. How was he ignoring yellow flags? Or was it a case of Men Ray coming in front of him? Okay, might be a case for the stewards there. Well, we'll have to wait and see if that 5-second will count. But of course, when I'm in the porpoising there, hey, I hope you don't porpoise to the rear end of Hashira. Safety cars in this lap, ladies and gentlemen. When does a fence choose to send it? Hashira will definitely have something to say about that. Man Ray will also have something to say, but he's got these drivers are behind him on the medium compound side that he needs to worry about. Fence will definitely be taking it to the line. Is he taking it to the line? Nope. He chooses to say, ooh, Hashira almost loses the car, but it's race on already. Spy is side by side with Man Ray, and Spy says, thank you very much. I'm up now to P3 already. We're seeing some trouble there for the hard compound tire of Man Ray. Spy has already taken him and moves up into P3. Sana Shira is chasing, of course, Fancy as the race to basically the finish line. Man Ray now is under pressure from this man, Ludi, also on the hard compound tire. Oh my goodness. It's going to be a long race for Man Ray, but he'll definitely have to fight until the end. We've got about 10 and some sorts laps to go, ladies and gentlemen. Ludi is again battling against this gentleman, Lipo or Lipo, whatever you pronounce it. KK finds itself at P7. Stegzer will be thanking the safety car gods, but of course he will want to make some ground as he currently finds himself at P8. Devo Croc finds himself in P9. Another man who will be thanking the safety car gods. Let's jump back up front. It's basically the race to the finish line. The gap is currently 6/10. Sana Shira is not going to make this easy for this man. Fancy. Hashira is all over the show, but manages to keep his car on track. It's the fastest lap for Fancy. Is Fancy saying, this is my show. I am the captain now. Well, we'll have to wait and see. Stagger hasn't gained a position there from Kid K. I'm not sure if it was because of an error or because of an overtake. He's moved it. Now, woo! Hashira. That was so close. These guys have opened a almost 1.8 second gap. Hashira is saying ERS is activated and he's closing the gap to Fancy, of course. Has a peak, but opts not to. Remember, DRS has not been activated yet. I think this is the last lap. DRS will definitely be activated on the next lap. Fancy is saying, oh no, for me to counter your straight line speed, I'm going to have to activate ERS. Who gets a better exit there? Beautiful driving by these two drivers, of course. Sada Shir is saying, I'm not going to make this easy for you. Less than half a second now is the gap between these two drivers. I hope for best. Oh, Devo Croc has lost the car again. Fancy seems to be not having the grip that Sanashira has now. DRS is activated. It's lap 21 of 29, but Fancy says fastest lap once again. Oh, DRS has been enabled. Will Sanashira have something to say about that? He is close by, very close in fact. I think he might just have something to say about that now on the first DRS straight. Who gets the better exit? Fancy tight. Is he tight enough? Sadashir quicker on the throttle. DRS is activated. Is he close enough? No. He is not. Is Fancy using a bit of ARS? No, he's not. But I think a bit of good decision making there by Sanashira, cause he's gonna second chance to send it. The second DRS straight. Is he gonna activate DRS and ERS now? Yes, he does. Is he close enough? Is he close enough? Slipstream. He's closing the gap. Is he gonna go on the inside? Is he standing on the inside? Oh, there's contact. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. I thought the Stewards would arrest this time around. It doesn't seem like it, as Hashira has now dropped into P4. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Now he has to obviously fight it against Bram Henry on the hard compound tire. Oh, Hashira, Fancy. We wanted a show, guys, not that. What was that? Who was in the wrong there, guys? Let me know in the comments. Oh, yes, of course. At least he's got DRS now against Man Ray. Man Ray does not have DRS. As he's more than a second behind. He's trying to break the slipstream, but look at the straight line speed. Is he going to set it again? Is it Kuluva for himself? Opts not to. Good decision, I must say. Oh, Man Ray goes wide. They're side by side. A bit of porpoising for both drivers. But Sanashira said, thank you very much. I will move out to P3. A bit of ground to make now against the likes of Spy. Spy? Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a peek. Look at the positions he's made. And he finds himself in P2. Let's go, Spy. Fancy now with almost a 4-second lead. We'll be hoping that he makes no mistakes, of course. Currently in P1, fighting to make it 3 out of 3. He currently has the fastest lap. Hashira is now closing the gap, and he's now within DRS within 2 seconds. Let's go, Hashira. Ludi is closing the gap to Man Ray. Remember, Man Ray, ladies and gentlemen, is on the hard compound tire. And because of him taking a bit of time to pit for them, I don't think they've been cooked much. DRS will be activated for Ludi, currently finding himself in P5. Slipstream. Man Ray trying to break it, of course, noting that he's in trouble as Sanashira says that, ooh, I missed out on the action. Sanashira is spun again. Is it another case of Kuluva for himself? The stewards are at work tonight. Ludi finally takes that position from Man Ray, and he moves out into the podium positions. Spy manages to hold P2. Sanashira has retired. Has he retired on track? No, you cannot do that, Ashira. Oh, no, sir. What is going on? Sanashira has retired with 5 laps to go. Was that what some of the FIFA players refer to as a rage quit? Oh my goodness, Sanashira has left the session. Kuluva for himself, not paying off, of course, and has opted, you know what, it's like, I'm gonna retire from this race and leave it up to the 8 drivers now that are on the grid. The gap now is 6 seconds between Fancy and Spy. Ludi, of course, is fighting for that P8 position. A P2 rather, I must say. One wonders if the stewards are gonna have a lot of work today. 2 incidents there involving Hashira. First one with Fancy, and I think the second one is with the driver currently in P2, that's Spy. That man is currently under pressure from this man, Ludi T, who finds himself in P3. It will be a podium, first podium finish for the Williams driver, but of course he'll be hoping he can at least hunt down Spy for that P2 position. Your driver of the day, ladies and gentlemen, let us know in the comments. Man Ray's hard compound tires seem to be cooked now as we were closing in on the DRS. Almost within DRS, yes, within in actual fact. As he closes the gap to Ludi, but does he have sufficient time to close in not only on Ludi but Spy as well? Spy is closing in on Fancy. I'm assuming Fancy noting the gap. He might just be taking it easy. Let's jump back on board with Ludi, who gets the DRS. Obviously not close enough to make a move in actual fact. He's outside the 1 second now. Spy is saying, you gotta have to fight for it, sir. You gotta have to fight for it. Well, his red light is flashing, so it's all or nothing for Spy. ERS and everything. Currently on 5%. Lap 25 of 29, ladies and gentlemen. Spy is saying, no, I do not want you within the DRS. I want you out of it. Fencer gets a 3-second penalty. Ooh, will that cost him? Will that cost him, ladies and gentlemen? The gap is currently 4.9 seconds. I think he'll note that, of course, that he's just been slapped with a 3-second penalty and send it. Already sending it with ERS. Lap 26 of 29, a couple of laps to go. So hopefully for him, he will not beat himself up for that 3-second penalty. Well, he's got about 2.3 seconds to play with. And he'll be hoping that Ludi can cause a bit of drama there for Spy, so that he can open that gap up further. Ludi gets a DRS. DRS activated, red light flashing. He chooses not to utilize any of his ERS, of course, noting that the red light in front of him is flashing. So he'll be grateful for the DRS. I think he gets a better corner entry there. Does he get a better corner exit? Ooh, a bit tight. A bit tight. Spy says thank you very much. I'm going to be sending it on that straight. The gap now, 7.5 seconds. Remember, it's the battle for P2 as things stand. By the looks of it, Fencer is comfortable, even with his 3-second penalty. Better exit there for Spy. Ooh, loses a bit of traction. It does a Ludi T. We're seeing is the gap is now at 7 tenths. Spy is saying, let us go. It's lap 27 of 29. 2 laps to go. Well, make that 3, including lap 27, of course. Bram Henry fighting for his life on the hard compound tire, but I think the hard compound tire is cooked now, as he is within half a second of Ludi in P3. It's the battle for the podium spots. Who is going to get it? Who's going to be your driver of the day? Ludi says ERS. He says DRS. He opens the gap up. Is he sending it on the inside? Is he going to choose to send it now? They are side by side. Spy says, no, I'm not going to make this one easy for you. Fortunately for Ludi, he doesn't lose his car. Oh, he spoke too soon. Ludi, why would you do that? Bram Henry says, thank you very much. I moved to P3. Action-packed, ladies and gentlemen. We still have 2 laps to go. Spencer now has moved into P4. Ludi with some ground to make after that mistake. Sepiso saying he shouldn't have taken that gear 2. I think he might have gone on the low again. Got very excited, noting that, of course, he was within DRS of that P2 spot. Well, he now has to face a Spagza, of course. Penultimate lap has started. Man Ray is closing the gap on Spy. The hard compound tire is moving now. The gap is now 3 tenths from Spy. Fence is safe to say is rolling comfortable there. He might as well have a cup of tea. DRS is activated. ERS is activated. Is he going to send it now? He sends it on the inside. Man Ray says, thank you very much. I will take that position from you. Does Spy have something to say about that? Obviously not. Oh, Man Ray! Oh, I shouldn't be laughing, ladies and gentlemen. I shouldn't be laughing. Stagler now finds himself in P3. Fighting for his life on a podium position. Does Ludi have something to say about that? It's lap 28 of 29. Oh, Brahman Ray. Stagser has about a lap and a half to fight for that position. Will he manage to hold it down? Will he be able to hold it down? Ludi will definitely have something to say about that. Stagser's red light is flashing, but will definitely fight for it. Spizel is comfortable in P2, but let's jump on board with this battle for the last podium spot. Will it be Stagser's first podium spot? Will it be Ludi's first podium spot? Oh, let's go. It's the last lap, ladies and gentlemen. We're live in Abu Dhabi. I am load shed right now, but lights galore as they stand. Oh, Stagser will be hoping for a mistake. He's currently sitting on 5%. Oh no, Ludi says thank you very much. It's a race to the line. Is he gonna break slipstream, Stagser? He's trying, but he's fighting a lost battle. Ludi says thank you very much. I'm gonna send it on the inside. Will he manage to hold it down now? Who will get DRS? They are side by side. Stagser saying no, I will fight. There's contact. Stagser, what is going on? Who gets the DRS? Ludi has a second bite. Stagser is hoping that Ludi will not make anything stupid. Ludi is on the inside. Does he send it? No. Stagser defends it. Ludi has got 21% to fight with ERS. We obviously know that Fats has won the race, but this action, I am not moving. Oh, Stagser! With 2 corners to go. Kodwa Stagser. Ludi says thank you very much. I will take P3. What? Stagser. Oh, Nkosi yami. Oh, Nkosi yami. Ish. That one definitely hurts. I feel for Stagser, Nkosi yami. I feel for him. After fighting so much, found himself in the podium position. Was actually applying to be driver of the day. Apart from Spizel, who's the game's driver of the day. Oh my goodness. And my man, Fancy, says 3 out of 3. Thank you very much. This man is running away with the championship. What? Spy says, okay, I'll start at the back, but I will take P2. Couple of incidents from the front 2, of course, with Sana Shira. Ludi says, thank you very much for that spin, Stagser. And it takes P3. Sana Shira got the fastest lap, but obviously he won't be getting that extra point for DNFing. It's Fancy at P1, Spy P2, Ludi runs off the podium spots. Oh, I wonder if the adrenaline is still running with these gentlemen, or they'll be joining the commentary box. Oh snap, I am not in the commentary box actually. Let me see if I can join ASAP Rock. Let's jump on board. Oh, never mind. As the tier 3 drivers, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, we will not be able to have a chat with these gentlemen. Would have liked to hear what Spy would have had to say. Noting, of course, that this man is the silent assassin, the silent killer, as he doesn't say much. Ludi, P3, first podium for the season. Fancy P1 makes it a 3 out of 3. Oh, what an amazing race, ladies and gentlemen. With me being shared, of course, and being dependent on my inverter, we will call it a night. Join us again on Wednesday for race 4. Thanks and a good night.